What's up everybody, and welcome to my review for the Outriders DLC expansion, Worldslayer. My name is Brother Cam, and this video is a sequel of sorts to my review for the Outriders base game. If you haven't seen my previous Outriders video, I suggest that you watch it first, then return to this review after you have finished. A link to my initial Outriders review can be found in this video's description below. Developed by People Can Fly and published by Square Enix, Outriders Worldslayer was officially released on June 30th, 2022, and is playable on PC, PlayStations 4 and 5, the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X and S, as well as Google Stadia. With categories such as story, graphics, and audio covered in my previous review, I will not revisit those items as I evaluate Worldslayer. In this video, I will examine what the DLC offers, as well as decide if there are any items that can be added or removed to improve the full Outriders experience in a future update. Normally, when I review a game, I provide a numerical score for 5 categories with each value ranging from 1 to 10. I then add the total and multiply it by 2 for a final value out of 100 possible points. Since this is a DLC review, I will only provide a single numerical score for Worldslayer's content. Now that our scoring method has been established, let's begin our updated review. The Outriders Worldslayer expansion is a new campaign that continues the story of our protagonist following the main quest of the base game. At this point of the timeline, the Outrider and company continue to research a way to stop the anomaly from wrecking their new home planet. Doing so would give them a chance to finally build a new life after leaving Earth over a century before. Not long after Worldslayer begins, players are introduced to the new big bad of the DLC, who swiftly moves to enact her plans for world domination. To prevent any possible spoilers, I'll end the story's description here, but I wanted to provide a small summary for anyone who's interested in Worldslayer's plot. If you haven't played Outriders base game, I highly suggest starting there, as I believe having an association with its characters makes it easier to appreciate Worldslayer's story. The Worldslayer expansion offers a handful of new main characters, narrative dialogue, as well as new locations seen in-game and within cutscenes. Unfortunately, the DLC's gameplay only offers more of what its base installment provided. This can be good or bad depending on your perception of its gameplay loops and how well they keep you engaged with their activities. One wishlist item I had for Worldslayer was a bit more variety within its objectives during missions. Even run-of-the-mill tasks like defend X until Y timer, retrieve item or person of interest, or sabotage location would be welcome additions to its woefully simple wipe this wave, hit this switch, proceed to next chamber formula. To be fair, the short in-game scenarios of Outriders don't provide a need for such tasks, but I think it would give its content a bit more shelf life before players move on to something else. When it comes to quality of life improvements, People Can Fly's continuous failure to add a loadout function is a huge missed opportunity. With the highest hopes and knowledge that PCF knew fans wanted a loadout function since 2021, I assumed Worldslayer would answer our prayers for loadout management. I had to believe it to justify supporting the DLC at release. Unfortunately, the dev team let us down. Since its beginning, Outriders has offered 4 unique combat classes with 3 branching playstyle trees per class. When you consider how expansive options for combat and survivability can be at in-game, it makes sense to offer a loadout management system. By having loadout management, players can adjust their playstyles more efficiently and spend less time swapping armor pieces to activate different abilities or set bonuses. Outriders Worldslayer expansion is an update that strictly offers more of its greatest strengths without addressing its glaring weaknesses. This, in combination with an asking price of $40 makes the DLC highly unappealing to fans who bought the base game but are on the fence about getting the expansion. As objectively as I can say this, I do not recommend getting the Worldslayer update if you expect any quality of life improvements over the base game. There's also the matter of Worldslayer lacking any substantial side quests that the base game had plenty of by comparison. With Worldslayer's main quest able to be completed in roughly 10 hours at a relaxed pace and little to no side quest activities to complement it, the DLC seems to be worth $15 to $20 at best. A popular wishlist item I would like to parrot is the addition of an offline mode, since Outriders is officially regarded as a traditional game and not a service like Destiny 2 or Warframe. Players that spent $100 or more between the base game, its skin pack, and the Worldslayer DLC deserve to retain access to single-player content after its multiplayer servers inevitably die. If one considers how games such as the Borderlands series or World War Z provide offline access to single-player content, it's easy to raise the question of why People Can Fly failed to follow suit. Choices like this can make players hesitant to support an Outriders sequel or a similar game by the same publisher. Outriders Worldslayer DLC currently fails to be the best possible version of itself. As much as I want it to be great, I cannot say that it offers anything superior to what the base game introduced last year. It still lacks loadout management, offline access to single-player content, and doesn't offer a significant volume of side quests like the base game did. From this perspective, it looks as if the intended Outriders experience has taken more of a step backward than forward. If People Can Fly wants to retain its player base long term, they'll have to add something significantly valuable to Worldslayer. I am not a game developer, but the DLC does not appear to need a complete overhaul to earn a redeemable reputation by 2023. Unfortunately, I have to grade the expansion as it stands today and not what it might be tomorrow. As of July 2022, my current score for Outriders Worldslayer is 60 out of 100 points. If People Can Fly releases a significant update for the Worldslayer expansion, I may publish an additional State of Outriders review in the future. Despite its flaws, I see a lot of potential in this franchise and would love to offer a follow-up piece about how much it has improved. In the meantime, let me know your thoughts about the Worldslayer expansion for Outriders. Tell me the things you like and dislike most about the DLC, and what, if anything, you hope to see in a future patch or update. To follow me, you can find me at a bro called Cam on popular social platforms. To support the channel, you can join my Patreon, buy merch from my Spring store, or get something from yourself at Amazon using my affiliate code. This has been a review for Outriders Worldslayer by Brother Cam. Until next time, take care of yourself. We'll meet again soon.